that results in congestion within the liver. And that congestion likely takes place from the day you get your Fontan moving forward. And over time, years, decades, it appears that that congestion results in some change in the makeup of the liver, fibrosis, scarring. And so these reports in the last few years are of patients who, very shockingly to a degree, surprisingly to a degree, are presenting with liver failure in their adult years. It's a very small number of patients, but yet it's prompted the community to begin to say, well, it makes sense that the liver may be at risk. Let's look at the liver a little bit more, without sort of this attitude of everything's okay, the heart's okay. Let's begin to investigate. And so a couple of studies have come out looking at the liver, and the more you look, even at the well patients, investigate the liver, you find that there are differences that are there, that exist relative to the general population. Not so much from a functional standpoint just yet. In other words, the way that the liver works, is that the liver does is it's a filter. It helps filter the blood. It helps produce important proteins. It has multiple functions, for the body. And there are indirect ways of measuring the functionality of the liver through blood tests. But the only real way to measure fibrosis, scarring, is through a liver biopsy. And other centers, mostly first in Europe, have taken on this notion of saying, well, we're going to begin to investigate our patients, after Fontan. And the early reports show that almost everybody after Fontan has some evidence of fibrosis and scarring. What we don't yet know the answer to is to what degree does this exist in the general population of patients after Fontan, and to what degree does this scarring predict a rate of change in liver function that may influence what the liver is going to be like when you're in your 20s and 30s. We don't know. But we recently had a conference, it was actually a year ago, it was last June, here at CHOP, where we got pediatric cardiologists, adult congenital